Hi, welcome to the second part. It took me 2 days to finish this spread. On the first day, I did watercolor background and I started to work a little bit on the background with colored pencils, but I hadn't touched with pencil panda bears. So when on the next day I returned to my picture and when I looked at my half-finished work with fresh eyes, I immediately realized my mistake about fur of the panda. Now I clearly remembered that had to be white and ears and area around eyes have to be black. Of course, I was a little bit disappointed because of my stupidity, but I definitely didn't plan to give up on this beautiful page. I quickly realized that white paint can help me to save this picture. So I use my titanium white gouache paint and I use Filbert Grainer flat brush. It has special texture and this Filbert Grainer brush is specially designed for drawing fur. I decided to test how it will look on the smaller baby panda. When I applied first layer, as gouache is water soluble and beneath I had a layer of water soluble watercolor black paint, these pigments they mixed a little bit, so first layer after it was dried it looked slightly grayish. But I realized that it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because when I applied second layer and this time paint was bright white, it helped me to create some texture, some um, shading and highlighted areas on the white fur. So I saved white areas on the fur of the panda, applying 2 layers of a white gouache paint, and I used 2 sizes of Filbert Grainer brushes, and then I switched to even smaller brush number 0 to add the tiny details and the small texture and to mask all black lines which outline body of the panda. To add shadows on the white areas on the fur and to draw black fur, I selected several pencils from my Kohinoor Mondeluz set. I love how Mondeluz pencils behave on top of watercolors and they have nice selection of various grays. They have light shades, dark grays, they also have um, warm and gray colors, so I was able to find 4 or 5 gray pencils from lightest to darkest, and I also used Kohinoor black pencil for the most shadowed areas on the panda body. Probably if I would color a white fur only with pencils and I didn't had to save this white area of the fur with gouache paint, the whole animal would look more realistic. It was a little bit difficult to draw very delicate fur texture on top of the gouache paints because I applied it with quite thick layer in order to mask completely black paint. So I can't say that I did perfect work, especially on the white fur, but at least I was happy that my panda looked like a real panda with white heads. Well, sometimes it's really helpful when you look at reference pictures before you actually start to color. But still, I enjoyed doing this page. I wasn't very unhappy with its progress. I was very pleased how paper behaved with pencils and with watercolors, so I look forward for doing many other projects from this book. And as the whole page is colored with relatively limited amount of colors, mostly greens, white and gray-black, I decided that at least for the house, uh, partly hidden in the jungles or in the bamboo forest, I can use some bright colors. So I used polychromases, and for the roof I used polychromos dark red. For some of the columns and ornaments decoration I used green gold, and I shaded with warm gray colors. So it wasn't the easiest coloring, but it was fun. And again, it helped me to realize that so many pictures which you consider like your failure, that you made mistake, you can save if you use various mediums, if you use your creative thinking. And again, it's better to check your reference pictures if you need to color something realistic, some plant or animal or bird. When I look at the background with so many bamboo trunks, I can't say that I'm 100% happy. I love colors and I am glad that I decided to mix a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow, and then I added some warm gray colors and pastel yellow with pencils. But still, I feel that I would like to improve this background, but I simply don't know how. So I will try to think about it, but as a start, as a first project in this book, I am quite pleased with this finished spread. Again, I highly recommend you this book. It has decent quality and it's very interesting to color. Thanks for watching and I will see you very soon.